Hello, hello, I'm the Chris who plays games, playing retro games every Monday at 9:15, whatever I feel like, every Friday at 9:15, or as is the case tonight, at 11:15, thanks to an all-city dance party that I attended before the stream. So, here we are. Tonight we're going to be playing a game called Unravel. Unravel's a game that, Unravel 2, rather. Unravel was one of my favorite games of 2017. It's really the reason that I built my PC in the first place. And I am really looking forward to playing the second one. It's a platformer. I'm a ball of yarn. You know, a puzzle platformer game, like some of the things that I enjoy playing in general. We'll play for about 2 hours tonight until 1:15, the normal stopping time for a Chris Plays Game stream, and then we will roll back into it next Friday and finish it up. This is actually probably pretty good because this game will probably take me longer than 4 hours anyway, so it's good. Anyway, hello Yugi, hello Stingray, hello anyone else who's out there. Welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. At least for a little bit longer here. I'm gonna send one more message out before we get started. And there we go. Hello, Leif. And let's do this. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna play Unravel. I will start anew on the foreign shore in which we lose everything but start anew. Hello, Supermodel Gaming. Hello, Mike on the fly. So I'm a little bit late, Mike. I know I told you this morning that I would be earlier than I am. Ooh, wow, music is very loud. Okay, there's a ship. It's swinging back and forth. I am a ball of yarn attempting to control a ship, which is working about as well as you would expect. Ball of yarn falls in the water, and yeah, I mean, I guess I'm not a ball of yarn. I'm an anthropomorphic, like, being made of yarn. And my magic yarn string is breaking and making a weird sparkling go in the air, so... no ecstasy. Oh, you're right. I am big. The game is small. And now I am small. The game is big. I can actually probably even be smaller if I need to be. We'll see. I don't know if I need to be small or not. Anyway, dance party was great. The only negative thing about the dance party was at the very end, I sat down my bag for about 5 seconds, and an entrepreneurial spirit decided to nab it and grab it from me. So I lost my backpack, which is sad. I'd set it down like 7 times throughout the evening, and you know, kept an eye on it and not really had any problems. But I guess in this case, I just put it down in the wrong place, the wrong time. Somebody grabbed it. Not that big of a deal. It was just my backpack to hold water and shit. But unfortunate because, you know, losing a backpack sucks. I've had that backpack for years. It was a gift from Jess. I really enjoyed it, and I set it down and it got lost. So yes, of course Cambridge has citywide dance parties. Yeah, I think there's probably there's at least 10,000 people, would be my feeling. So I was recently at a YouTube wide event. Okay, so I am the red Yarny. I am also, it turns out, the blue Yarny. I think you can actually like play some kind of co-op mode in some way, but we're not going to do that tonight. We're just going to play through this. This is the kind of the tutorial thing here. Right, go ahead and push that up and hop on up here. So we're just going to zoom through here. This is just teaching us all of the ways in which we know we can play. I can put the two characters together. I can take them apart. I can bash through things. I can jump over things, etc., etc. So for the moment, I am just following this little colorful spark around, who's going to tell me what to do. I guess that thing lets me know that I can change the color of my character as well as their head, and I expect that there are collectibles you can get which allow you to change that as well. It's a little bit like Brothers. Hello, Jeff. I don't make boxes tonight. Tonight I make dance parties. No, the dance party is super fun. And I mean, one of the things that I really love about Cambridge is that whenever there's a citywide event that people go to, I'm reminded of the fact that this is like, while it's a very young city in a lot of ways, it's heavily dominated by students because it's the home of both Cambridge and Harvard and MIT. There's still a big non-student population, and so like there's not many dance parties that I can imagine having gone to at any point in my life where I would see, you know, 70-year-olds in wheelchairs, where I would see, you know, dance circles being led by, you know, 65-year-old grandpas, where I would see 8-year-olds rocking out and competing against the, you know, black eyeshadow, you know, metal band shirt, people rocking out. It's just really just fun, you know, in front of a whole bunch of people who are, you know, it's so many different people from everything. And I forget that. I mean, most of the people I deal with are, you know, not diverse, because, you know, I work in tech where there's not a lot of diversity, and I just generally don't have those experiences, and so I tend to forget that this is like this awesome diverse city that I love for that. Alright, let's go swinging through here. This is teaching me how to lasso, which I remember from the last game. A nice thing about this actually is that they've added these little like colorful circles around things when you get close enough to attach to them, which is really nice. That was one of the things that was hard last time, is knowing like, am I close enough to grab this and lasso it? But hello, Common Cold, long time no see. And swing up here. There you go. But yeah, so it's going to be a little bit like Brothers, where I can control two characters and use them to do different things at the same time. I can separate them, or I can easily keep them together. So yeah, I am disappointed that people steal my shit, but that shouldn't be a surprise. That's just an unfortunate... Shit happens, and frankly, if I had been worried about what was in the bag in a major way, I would have been more careful with it. Like, it was like losing the backpack sucks, but it's a $30 backpack. It's not the end of the world. So a $30 backpack and some empty water bottles. Oh no. I think the only thing that I should have pulled out was, like, I picked up a open source branded notebook when I was in Mountain View, and that was still in there. But okay, so this is the part where I am going to use the two characters separately to do something. So now we've got Blue hanging here, and Red's gonna go around, sneak up here, and then once he is standing on this part, we can go ahead and detach Blue. No, gotta have him standing further over, and Blue can hop through. So that's the first time that you kind of take advantage of the fact that you have these two separate characters in solving a puzzle. And then Blue will just hop right on. This is a sequel, Jeff. Yes, that's correct. So this is Unravel 2. Unravel 1 came out in 2016. I live streamed it in 2017. It's been a PC exclusive. Well, I mean, it was a not Mac exclusive, and was one of the reasons why I was actually really excited to down in space. Was really excited to build a PC. Was playing Unravel because I'd seen people play it. I really loved it and wanted to come back and play it. So here we're going to learn that we can climb things. And Hinty is over here. Okay, Hinty. We got going on now. Hello, Mathros. So yeah, disappointed about the backpack, but it's not the end of the world. It was the case that I was, we'll go ahead and, oh, did I do that wrong? Oh, control. Okay. And, nope. All right, now we'll go ahead and go up here. I think this is the part where press F for hints. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Yeah, it took me a long time to figure out what I was supposed to do at that point of the tutorial. The fact that it wanted me to ask for a hint was something that was completely lost to me. Like, oh, you're gonna make me ask you how to do something. I know how to do things. I don't need your help, but I needed your help apparently. Hello, Jose Angel. But yes, so dance party was super cool. I love crowds, and I don't oftentimes, like, Jess is claustrophobic or agoraphobic, so generally does not do well with crowds of people that she does not know. And so for me, like, going and just standing in the midst of a bunch of people all, you know, singing anything from the YMCA to Despacito is fun. Like, I like that. It's actually one of the things that I was thinking about looking at VidCon. Every year I've been basically like, like, is VidCon prom actually going to be any good? Because I like people. And then I looked at, like, the VidCon prom, like what the pictures look like, and I'm like, oh, all these people are 14. So this is really not going to be the type of thing that I'm going to enjoy. So I did not go, but then, you know, having gone to the Cambridge City Dance Party, I'm like, oh yeah, this is much more like what I want. I will put you two together. Nope, I won't. Okay. I will instead jump up here and then untie all of my knots. Maybe? Okay, now I can untie my knots. Great. So I guess when I have two different knots tied by people, I can't put them back together. There we go. Did I miss something? Oh. Okay. Holding S lets you climb it. Alright, so we'll have red climb up and over. Luckily they are balls of yarn, so fall damage is not a thing. Boom, 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 boom. But yeah, so I just went to like a YouTube wide. Hold the arm with yes, with S, and swing under the other character. Okay, so now I get to use as an anchor point. Oi! And then swap characters and use S. Climb up. Cool. So these two act as basically mobile anchor points, which is definitely going to change a lot of things. Yeah, like that was dumb. That is not what I should have done. And now they're gonna make me go back. They're gonna punish me pretty hard for it. I expect there will be something I can climb to the left. The right approach there was to use the skill that I just learned, which was having these two use each other's anchors and do that. Alright, so now I do this. Now do this. Oh, I guess I can just actually... Alright, red. Your time to shine. Oh, no. Okay, red, you're not shining very well. I don't think so, Brad. I can't think of any damage it would do. Like, I've definitely thrown yarn pretty hard, and I can't think of any damage that's done. Oh, okay. So the problem with that next one is that it's tilted. Ow. Also that I hit my head on things. Okay, let's climb up a little bit here. There we go. But I don't know, like, there's no place that I can stand easily. What am I missing here? Shape and density, I think, are the two things that determine terminal velocity. So, like, that's why terminal velocity of a feather in atmosphere is low. Unlike a hammer, which is not low. Okay. Thinking. Okay. Let's just climb up here and meet up with Blue. Oh god. Okay, so not super effective, that approach. This is the first puzzle of the game that yeah. I mean, I think anything could go the speed of light. Like if you take a ball of yarn and attach a warp engine to it, I'm sure that it could go the speed of light. I mean, we don't have warp engines, but you know, in the theoretical world that we live in. I mean, Star Trek things go faster than the speed of light, so clearly things can go the speed of light, right? That's how it works. Ugh. Star Trek is real life. You are incorrect. I understand your misunderstanding now. I know it's real life. I watched it on Netflix just like a day ago. Okay, so here's the trick. I think. Is that I have to use this yarn to hold myself up? No, that's not working either. Wonder if I go all the way down here. Let myself all the way down. Wah. Nope. Oh, now I'm on the ground. Okay. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide, no escape from reality. Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. The answer to that, Jeff, is that if we can't go the speed of light, the way that the aliens get here is they get here slower than the speed of light. It's a very simple answer. I'm just a poor boy. I need no sympathy because... Okay, I feel like this approach is not effective. Let's see. Sadly, okay. I don't know. I don't know a good answer to that. Okay. So if I stand here and I swap to red. Now, if I just drop. Ah! Okay, I pulled blue off. Sorry, blue. I love you, but you have an idea. Give me the idea, Stingray. Help : on. Have at you. Okay. Bohemian Rhapsody is your favorite song. I like that Supersonic Man song. Don't stop me now, we're having such a good time. We're having a ball. Don't stop me now. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Give me a call. Don't stop me now, having a good time. Don't stop me. Oh, maybe. But then what will that do? Oh, like all the way around? I think so. Further down. Wing red swing. Wing red sweet chariot. Coming forth to carry me home. I think physics is gonna get in my way. Feels like making this long thing is not really working for me. Let's see if we can shorten it up slightly. And oh right, but he can't actually jump up that hill, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Hello, da da ro ro may may. Ugh. I don't want to kill you, Natalie. I don't want to kill pretty much anybody. But whoever... No, I don't want to kill them either. Whoever took my backpack does make me sad, though. But I don't want to kill them. Okay. Let's see. Okay. As far as brains, I don't think that they have brains. I think that's not really a thing. Oh, I can swing from the arm when it's looped over an object, according to this thing. So... I guess the fact that this game has hints probably should have been something I should have taken advantage of. Okay, I'm dumb. That really was not nearly as hard as it should have been, and there's been a hint at the bottom of the screen for like the past 4 minutes that I've been ignoring. So, in case I ever take a really long time on a puzzle, remind me that I can press F to do things. I can press L to slow down time. That was... Oh, I could press it and then... Okay. That I had to hold it down. I was like, that's really awkward, but I don't have to hold it down. All right. Is this gonna send me all the way back? No. Cool. So what is the trick here? I on that? Maybe I have to go further back up. Oh, I have to go further. Okay. Well, I am happy to have you here, Natalie, and if I have made a positive difference in your life in some way, then that is awesome. But yes, so Dance Party was cool. Music was an eclectic mix. The first song that I heard was Stir It Up. The second song that I heard was Despacito. There was, at one point, the Cha-Cha Slide. There was, you know, all these other things, but mostly what it had that I love is just thousands and thousands of people crushing in a giant mass into a small space. And I know that that sounds like a stupid thing to really enjoy because a lot of people do not like crowds, but I love crowds. Okay. So now we'll go ahead and swing this way. Swing low, sweet Yarnys. I mean, if the amount of falling down you're seeing here counts as a negative in your life, I think that, yeah. Okay. How do I... It's like... Yeah. Ow. Oh, that bird is scary looking. Alright, or maybe it's a bat. Hey, Tony. Hello, Station 82. Welcome to the stream. Love crowds, but not when you have to leave something out loud. Yeah, so I was talking to my team. I don't know, when I was in Mountain View, I think. I was talking to somebody, and they were like, okay, so what do I have to do here? No. I have to just, well, actually, I'm going to try and, no, this is fine. This is fine. Ah! Ah! Come out of the water. Okay. Cool. Mountain View in Missouri? No, Mountain View, California. Mountain View is the Google headquarters and is where I went during the second week of June to meet my team for the first time. So I work with a team where my personal team is distributed in 5 different offices, but 3 of them are on the West Coast. And then my broader team is based mostly in Mountain View. And so it was good to go out there and meet like the open source outreach folks, the compliance, the lawyers who work on compliance issues, to meet the people who kind of run our global makerspace program, etc., etc. So went out there, met them, met my director. Success had been. I mean, if you look at like, it was actually interesting to me, like, the first time I went to Mountain View, that I flew my drone up, and I was like, oh, you can actually see, mountains from here. And so if I switch to, well, we'll let this heartfelt scene play out. Okay, so now I've got some birds and... Oh, there's a dead bird, and then it got locked in a cage. No, it fell out... Not dead. It fell out of the nest, and it got locked in a cage. I do like that this whole story is kind of told in ways that aren't words. It's interesting, but sometimes it leaves me kind of wondering what the fuck the message I'm supposed to be receiving is. So yeah, so this is a... geo panorama I took from my drone, and the colors are all fucked up because it was like a cheap camera and it was late at night. But you can see actually, so this is downtown Mountain View, and you can see mountains in the background here, and then you can see more mountains over here. So it's actually kind of trapped between the two mountain ranges, and you can see both of them. So really, if you look in almost all directions except for like this way, you can actually see like mountains along pretty much the entire 360-degree view from downtown Mountain View. So yeah, my position is that you definitely see a lot more mountains there than you do with the same thing in Cambridge, where I got no mountains. I got a skyline, that's the Hancock Building and the Prudential, but it's definitely not mountainous. So there you go. I think that is the most likely reason, Mark. Especially, yeah, no. The reason it's expensive is because Google's there. Because when you try and put 25,000 people working in an office in one town that has no public transportation, it turns out that, you know, things get a little bit silly. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. Okay, so this thing has a 1 on it, and when I pull on this, it does a thing. Do I have to, like, stand on this? There's something else I press? Okay, I guess I'm just supposed to go into the next chapter. Hideaway, in which we search for safety... Oh, shit. I didn't actually put the game back on. Sorry. Game back on. Anyway, you didn't miss anything. It was unimportant. By the way, hi, Spiffy Mark. Good to see you. Yeah, those are not tall vertical mountains. Is this one of those games that you get on Xbox, Spiffy Mark? Because it's a great game and you should buy it. It's only like 20 bucks. It's EA. Oh no! Oh, I'm in some kind of hospital. This is a weird... No, hospital? I don't know. It's weird. All the doors are locked. Again, this whole storytelling without words it's definitely a unique approach, and I, you know, like the flashbacky nature of it. But I will admit that I always find myself kind of... It wasn't until the second playthrough of Unravel that I really knew what was going on. No, it's not a hospital. It's like a dorm? Or like a psych ward, maybe. Back together. How come you never see my cats? My cats are around sometimes. Okay. I don't... Oh, I need to go over here. Somehow. If you were... Oh, this... Oh, here comes a cat. See? Here's a cat. This is Tony. He's not, like, super enthused about being here. Like, what are you doing? Says the cat. Hello, gaming lawyer. Okay. Now I have to push this box over. I've changed where I filmed for the past few weeks. Yeah, so this is I'm downstairs for the time being because Alicia came and claimed her bedroom back for the time being. But yes, she'll be flying back to California relatively soon. Oh, so now there's a person at the window too? Okay. There was a weird stalker person who was outside the door, and when someone knocked at the window, apparently they stopped trying to get in, and she escaped through the window. And like escaping through the window, okay, fine, good deal. I'm not sure why when there was a knock at the window, the person at the door gave up. That doesn't make sense. Unless they were like, I don't know, stalkers are weird, I guess. They don't really want to be caught stalking, because that would be weird, so... Whoop. And whoop. But yes, I have 3 cats in total. Anna, Tony, and Ichabod. Ichabod was Alicia's cat when she was at Hampshire, but when she moved in with Andrew, Andrew's allergic to cats, and so he ended up becoming our cat. That was dumb of... Oh, okay. So that fan knocks me back up, so I have another chance to try again. Yeah. Okay. Fight these pigeons. No, my cat is named Anna. Why is... I think Julianne named Anna, and I think she was like 3 at the time. And I think that there may have been a desire to just name the cat Julianne, and we decided that was not going to be acceptable. So we went with Anna to try and respect her wishes while also being reasonable. Okay, so do we have... Are there like... There's no like attach points I'm missing, right? Oh, duh. I'm sitting here like... I have forgotten the key thing about this game is that I can use one character to walk down while the other one is not walking down. Okay. Like, this is the entire point of the game, Chris. You better get used to it. There we go. And Tony is named after Antonio Banderas, who, because there was a desire to name the cat Boots, and Jess objected because he's got feet, like white paw feet. And Jess objected as that was too cliche, so we named him after Puss in Boots from Shrek 2, who was played by Antonio Banderas. So he's Tony. Tony Chang is not who he's named after. Yes, well that's because this game is awesome, Mr. 32. Anyway, it is going relatively well. I went out to a citywide dance party with 10,000 people earlier tonight and had a ton of fun. I love crowds, I love music. I love being the center of attention, which I successfully did when I entered several dance circles and danced my heart out. Although the 8-year-olds definitely have more stamina than I do. I feel like I'm pretty good at throwing down with the 65-year-old grandmas who are in the circle. So, it was pretty good. Okay, so I need to do this again. I need to get in the habit of accepting that these two characters can act as helpers for each other. It'll take me a while. But yeah, so good things about these games. 1 is the music is awesome. 2 is that they're beautiful. These environments are just like gorgeous. 3 is that the gameplay is pretty tight. The controls are nicely done. And the like overall puzzles tend to be pretty like interesting and inventive. Okay, so this is clearly not working. I need to separate, climb down here, attach, jump, attach. I wonder if I don't actually care. I expect that's a collectible up there, but take care, supermodel. I did not wear the hat. No, I did buy one of the. Oh god. Okay, so those are like 2 brothers, and that's clearly like Trunchbull, the evil headmistress. Oh no, there's like several people here. Okay, 3 of them. Okay, so these 2 brothers are hiding from the cops. Weird. Okay, so we got weird shadow things that kill me. Okay, don't touch the shadow things. Yes, it is absolutely possible for men to be raped. It is a experience that many men have and few men talk about. It's even more stigmatized, if that's possible, in many situations than women who are raped. Not just in jail, in many different places. It's... Oh god. I am not about collectibles. You know my rules. But yes, thank you all for being here. I'm glad you were able to make it despite my late start, as I went out and had fun at a dance party rather than starting my stream on time. I had not actually realized that the dance party was going on until about 6:30 tonight, and I always hate to mess with schedules. It's always been my position that the #1 thing to do when setting up a stream is to stick to your schedule. So whenever I'm going to avoid my schedule, I try and give lots of notice and everything else, but I just didn't this time. Right. Think. Yeah? Yeah. Okay. Oh. Ah! Oh, well, okay. Fine. Ah. No! God damn it. That was dumb. A series of unfortunate events. Yeah. Oh, there we go. I do like the little colorful dot. I don't know if he's going to stick with me for the whole game or if he's going to go away at some point, but I like him. Okay, I need to be up there so that I can separate and do the drop and thing. Do I get a written warning? Only from myself. Yeah, or don't hit like. You could hit dislike. You could hit meh. You could hit I don't engage in your silly engagement metrics. You could hit the YouTube is participating in a global attention economy and behaving irresponsibly button, if there's one of those. Like, you know, my opinions are my own and not those of my employer, but you could say any of those things. What am I supposed to do here? I'm lost. Okay, think. Do this. Get me very far. Oh right, I can split. So I can push with this one. Then split. Go around. Whenever the question is, what can I do? Remember that you can split your yarns in two. Can't find the meh button. Well, the meh button is actually the easiest button to hit. You just don't hit anything at all, and it's just like hitting the meh button. I mean, I get like 60 mehs on every stream, so... So Natalie, I appreciate your interest in this, but it's not really a topic that I want to cover here tonight. So I would say that if that's something that you want to talk about, I am happy to discuss it more in Discord. And you can type !mark Discord in the chat and it'll give you a link to my Discord. And I would be happy to discuss it there. I just don't really, that's not the way conversation I want to have in stream tonight. Red Yarn is not married to Blue Yarn, I don't think. I think they're both men? I don't know. And no, you cannot hit yourself. We only allow self-love in this channel, not self-hits. Hey! thinking, I've been thinking, what the heck have you been drinking? Alright. Remember, anytime I don't know the answer is split in half. Alright, Red. Let's do some swinging. Yeah, okay. There we go. And there we go. Look, as much as Anthony Kennedy, like, is theoretically, like, I realize that he's a conservative, or like a split voice on the court, but of the, like, 45-5-4 split decisions, he's gone the Republican direction for something like, you know, 14. He's gone the, like, the more progressive direction on something like 14 out of 54 of them. You know, he's not like some bastion of awesomeness for progressive ideals. And certainly losing him sucks, and I don't want to minimize that, but I don't know. Oh, back to thing, whatever. He's gonna be replaced by far worse trash. I agree. Okay. We're gonna Tony Hawk this shit. There we go. And I mean, and the biggest issue with Supreme Court justices, of course, is not just like where are they now, but where, like, these are people who stay on the court for 40, 50 years. Like, you know, this is a couple of generations worth of trash that we're gonna have to deal with. Don't get me wrong, I get it. I think that the approach that has been proposed by several is to say, like, look, this doesn't really make me a bridge. Oops, wanted to leave these together. Like, I. Honestly, like, I would not be surprised to find out that he's more qualified than whoever Trump picks. Alright, that did not work. But I know the general answer is split in half. Oh, okay. Control. Control. And control. No, I was hoping this would get me up to the top. It does not. I mean, I don't know. The Trump can pardon himself thing is one of those things that, like, there will be, regardless of anything else, there will be arguments on both sides of that, and it will be decided by the Supreme Court if it gets to that. Hopefully it doesn't get to that. Hopefully, like, he can take an L and just be done with it, if it got to that point, but I don't know. I mean, that's not how that works, is how some people feel, and that is totally how that works, is how other people feel, and it's not clear to me that there is an obvious right answer. There is a podcast called, like, What Trump Can Teach Us About Con Law, that's done by Roman Mars and another person on the Radiotopia series of podcasts. I love Roman Mars. I listened to the first few episodes of it, but at the time I was following all of the legal shit so closely that it was kind of overkill for me to also listen to that. But I'm pretty sure they have an episode on exactly that. And so if you are actually curious about it, I would defer to Roman Mars, as he is much smarter than me, and might actually have answers. So, okay, so let's try to tie on here and do this. Oh, there's a bucket. Okay, I got it. I left my foot in a bucket. Oh, I don't need... Stop. I need to jump. I pushed the wrong button. There we go. Alright, Blue. Be my friend. Good friending. Can I stand on that? So I'm feeling like what's going to have to happen here is that I'm going to have to drag this bucket up here. Which is why there's another tie point that I have not used here yet. That's one of the things about this game is that it does actually try to do a... It does not have like a lot of red herring things. Occasionally you can get like a sequence break or like a tie skip, but for the most part you're going to end up using all of the things that there are. So, oops, that was dumb. I pushed the wrong button. Try this again. I meant to push... I don't know what I meant to push, but... Oh! I'm glad I met you, I guess. I don't know who you are. I meet so many people at VidCon, and like clearly I am not good at this because I honestly don't remember meeting you. So it's great. It's great that I met you, and I hope you got something out of my tips. Did we meet at one of the sessions? This just slides up here. Okay, well, I'm dumb. Oh, well, okay. I can just untie this and have Yarny pull me up. Oh, at the streamer house. Got it. Okay. Alright, that's good. I remember meeting someone named Paul at the streamer house. That's good. We were talking about a bunch of different stuff there, like in the kitchen. At Biolithics. Oh, come on. Come down. I want to jump on you. Jump on you. Jump on you. Jump on you. Oh, is the stock market falling? That's good. I mean, it's sort of good. I don't know. I mean, it's bad because some of my compensation's in stock. But in general, I feel like Trump has been taking credit for economic success, which is largely, you know, the oligarchs are succeeding. And when the oligarchs succeed, it turns out that stocks go up. Which is like all well and good, except for the fact that I don't want oligarchs to succeed. Like, that's not high on my to-do list. And so, like, for me, that's a bad thing. When the stock market goes up, it means the bad guys are winning oftentimes. And in particular, Trump has been using it as this talking point of like, my, you know, economic performance is great, failing to realize that the stock market is a trailing indicator by like 6 to 12 to 18 months. And I think right now, a lot of what you're seeing is the end results of the totally expected and not at all surprising end results of the various tariffs that are going on, because it turns out that trade wars are something you can lose and are not good for the economy and are something that we should try to avoid wherever possible, despite Trump's comments to the contrary. So I am not at all surprised that it's going down. It is unfortunate, like, for us as a country, but because it may mean that we like have fewer stupid arguments about like, but the stock market is successful, therefore economics is good and everybody's happy, like, that's probably a good thing in the world. Nokia stock is up today. Oh god, now we know we're in trouble. Roll, baby, roll. No, I mean, realistically, what is Nokia at this point? It's a patent troll, and they also do, like, Nokia Siemens Networks, which is good. Or Nokia Solutions and Networks, sorry. Or did that part go over to Alcatel entirely? No, they bought, I don't know. That whole Alcatel, Lucent, Nokia thing, I don't know. I worked for Nokia, and shortly, I think, after I left Nokia, my dad, who was a contractor for... My dad worked for Lucent, and then he was finally let go and made a contractor in, like, I don't know, 2005 or something like that. And then he ended up, because Alcatel ended up getting bought by Nokia, he ended up working for Nokia shortly after I left. He was still a contractor, but that was always kind of amusing that he ended up working at the same company that I did shortly after I left. I love those jumps. Make me happy. Oh, but that's a collectible. I don't care about collectibles. Why am I doing this? Because I love jumps. I love swinging jumps, that's why. I wonder if a lot of people, like, I don't feel like this game was nearly as popular as I would have thought it would be, because it's a great game, but I wonder if there's a big speedrunning community. Like, it's not at, I don't think, either SGDQ or AGDQ this year. Maybe it's just older and it was their previous run, and so... I'm not going to play the two-player version. Well, is the two-player version different, or is it just the same game, but with two people controlling it? That wasn't clear to me, and I didn't dig into it. Whee! Yeah, that's right. They rebranded that. Come on, go this way. I don't think that I can... Oh. Nope, come back here. I need to jump on this little thing. Nope, I can't jump on that little thing. Oh, I can just walk up here. Okay, so come back. There you go. That sounds right, Mark. I couldn't remember the exact order in which it went. So yeah, so Alcatel bought Lucent, and then Nokia bought Alcatel-Lucent, and they didn't keep the Lucent branding at all. They're just Nokia now. Hi, AWOL. So there was one result on How Long to Beat, and How Long to Beat is not at all a speedrun site, but does give me a sense of how long games are going to take to beat, unsurprisingly. And they said it took them 4 hours, so I think that I am likely to take longer than that. Oh, there's a tire in the way. God damn it. First view. Okay, so here's the trick. I need to use two characters. Like I said, anytime I can't figure out what to do, the answer is use more Yarnys. Okay, pull it this way. Go ahead and do this. Separate. It's not working as I wanted. What did I want to do? Oh, I wanted to pull this. There we go. Yeah, absolutely. Hugely important for any kind of space launch stuff. We have about 43,000 tracked items, I think, in our, you know, space traffic lanes, and they range in size. A lot of them came from the Iridium satellite crash, where Iridium crashed into an old expired Russian, I think, satellite. Oh, those fish look like they want to eat me. Leave me alone, fish. I don't care about you. You don't care about me. So yeah, so two satellites crashed into each other, and it turns out that that produces a lot of space junk. There's also things like, so at one point the U.S. wanted to, what did they want to do? They wanted to build like some kind of, they were going to put like tons of metal in space so that they could get better radio reception or control the weather. I don't know. There was some government project that was basically like, hey, we're just going to put tons of shards of metal in space. And it turns out that a lot of those shards of metal are actually still out there. So there's actually a really cool website where you can track all this stuff in real time. And they're all grouped by, like, which launch did they come from, which event did they come from. And there's, like, a dozen or so different, like, major sources of, like, crashes that produced a lot of space junk. But yeah, if you are going at, 25,000 miles per hour, it turns out that hitting a, leftover wrench that someone, like, dropped when they were working on ISS is kind of problematic. Realistically, ISS stuff doesn't have this problem because ISS is low enough that pretty much everything in that orbit decays if you, like, drop something. But there's a lot of stuff out there from various launches that we've done that is really kind of annoying to deal with if you're going to space. And as Randall Monroe says, the biggest issue becomes you don't want to end up in a "you will knock out of space today" thing. The more you know. I mean, Space Force, like, as Mark pointed out when we were talking about Space Force last time, it's not that Space Force is a bad idea, it's that we already have a Space Force. It's called Air Force Space Command, and we don't need another one. Alright, let's go ahead and pull, or just swap to you. Oh, buy this, and alright, so now can I just... Oh. If I put us together. Oh god! Okay, that did not work as I wanted it to. Want to loosen that up. Swing all the way around. Swing low, sweet chariot. Yeah, I mean, Trump is just an idiot. I am sure that he read something on Reddit that made him think that Space Force was a good idea, and it's the only thing he's done recently that actually has people, like, because people like space, he gets to be like, look, everyone likes my idea, because the idea, like, the sound of Space Force is cool, and as long as you're not thinking about any practical implementation, like, why would you care that it's a terrible idea, or that it's, like, not necessary? I mean, the biggest problem with Space Force, of course, is the idea that we should have a military organization being the leadership in our space efforts. We should not. Okay, so I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to jump up here, and jump up, untie those, and we'll go back together. Good job. See, puzzles like that. I like little puzzles. I like when they don't take a whole lot of time, but they're still interesting enough to make you actually think. I just like the Unravel puzzles are just really good. They have enough of a hook to keep you so that you don't figure things out immediately, but not enough of one to keep you kind of trapped or wondering what to do for a long time. It's just good puzzling. All right. Let's not do that. See if we can turn this around. And I don't know if we're going to be able to make this bridge, if this is going to be too far. I don't have a good sense of how far too far is yet. Oh. Okay, so that is not too far, but I have to actually push the build a bridge button, not the destroy my bridge button. Right. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Trump... I know that there's some people who are like, oh, this is a distraction, or, oh, follow the money, or other things like that. And I'm not saying that there aren't people around Trump who are kind of pushing him in the direction of distraction or doing, you know, other things like that. For the most part, I think Trump's just an idiot. It's not that he's like some, you know, master of you know, subterfuge and disguise. It's that he's a, you know, a bigoted, like, racist old man without much to commend him. He's not much different than the, you know, racist grandpa you kind of just ignore at Thanksgiving dinner because you don't know how to deal with the fact that, like, he's a racist old man. And, I mean, let's be clear, I think that Trump cares primarily about money and about maintaining his own lifestyle, and he basically thought that president was a superficial position where he would get to basically, like, just be, like, cutting ribbons all day, which is clearly, it's turned out, not the way that presidency works. So I don't want to give him too much credit. But all of it comes down to the fact that he's an idiot who thought that this was going to be the ultimate status symbol that would finally get him in the good graces of the New York Times, who he has, you know, been hated by since the 1980s. I never really played much Breath of the Wild. I really should have. Alicia's been playing through it, I think. What's that? Alicia finished it recently, apparently. So yeah, it is certainly an accurate statement that Trump constantly distracts the public from issues. It's just not clear to me whether he does that in some kind of intentional way, or if it's just a side effect of the fact that he has no idea what's going on most of the time. How the fuck am I supposed to get across there? I don't think... Oh, okay, I got it. I have to go this way first. See, that's the... So if you watch Mark Brown's episode on puzzles, one of the things he talks about is that, like, a good puzzle has a hook. And the hook is the aspect that... I don't know, is that what he called it? But basically the idea is that, like, you have to have something that doesn't work the way you expect it to. And so you look at something, you're like, oh, I'm going to go over here and just solve this, and then find out that, wait, no, that's not going to work because XYZ. And so in this case, it was because I can't make the jump that I need to. Like, I had to do something different. I had to go right instead of left. And all of these things basically build up. So I'm, you know, learning how these work. And so in this case, like, I'm like, oh, I'll just go up. Except then I realized that, wait, that last one is going in the wrong direction. Okay, so what do I need to do in order to fix that? And all of these various puzzles have this property of having, like, a hook that makes them different from what you think. He really does. Mark Brown's great. And yes, Brad, I think that you're... Well... yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure if Trump has any idea what he was getting into. Oh, fucking on them. I'll be quiet. I won't. I'm never quiet. Oh, okay. I got it. I got it. Nope. I got it. Let me out. Let me out. Okay. I can push this. Ah! And then that gets me up here. Not entirely sure how this next one's gonna move. Maybe like this. Oh, okay. So I need to do this, and then I need to have a second thing of yarn. Boom. Climb up to the top. Can you bring it to the top? Like you never, never stop? Bring it to the top. One hop. Okay, so that one will reset. This one is already reset. There we go. Boom, boom. I'll take your much, Paul. That money is going to support kids in need of defense via the Super Chat for Good functionality. 100% of your donation tonight goes to Kids in Need of Defense, an organization that helps provide legal aid for unrepresented minors fighting immigration battles. Obviously relevant today in a way that maybe it was not 6 months ago, but children who arrive at the border as young as 3 years old are asked to represent themselves in immigration court with no advocate provided by the government, which is a little bit unreasonable. Yeah, I noticed that, Mathros. I don't know why. Thank you very much, Paul. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, mostly it's that I would feel bad taking money from people. So... it's less that I'm good-hearted and more that I just, like, feel a great amount of guilt. Okay, so now I have lit up more things. It looks like there are now birds and cats living together. Is that number in the middle going to change or anything? No. Yes? Maybe? Oh, okay, so it's going to be possible to go to the second floor as well or something. But I feel like it did two things. Like, I can go down here or up there. Oh, this is a challenge area. I don't need to do that. Nope. I'm going to get out of here. Do not care about challenges. Oh, no, no. Okay, so... how do I get up to the top? Oh, okay, hold on. This. Ah, it's an elevator. Yeah, so tomorrow morning I will be attending another event that will have crowds. Tomorrow there is a families reunited, family reunification, whatever, march here in Boston. So we'll be starting at Bit City Hall and marching over to the State House, or to Boston Common. I just was thinking and realizing that, like, lacking my backpack for that will kind of suck, but so it goes. Okay, so I got little Pinky and following in. Okay, so now we got these kids. Looks like it's actually a brother and a sister. Okay, which I did not really see before because they were all darker and stuff. It really is. It's one of the things I love about these games. I like the environments are just amazing. The puzzles are good. The music is good. But really, what sold me on the game originally when watching it is just how goddamn beautiful it is. Like, I just want to walk in this world. It's one of the things that I actually want to do, and I will never ever do it. But one of the things that I really enjoy about my experiences in outdoorsy things is that, like, there's just so much beauty in the world, and in gaming we don't really enjoy enough of it because we're always, like, rushing from place to place. Like, I'm looking very little at the backgrounds or whatever as I do this, but I really want to do, like, just literally a walking simulator. I want to just have it be like, climb this path up the mountain, like if I was going backpacking. You know, somehow reproduce the experience of spending 3 hours just, like, slowly walking up the path to the glacier-fed lake that I fell in when I was a 12-year-old going on a backpacking trip with my family. All right, right. Separate. Anytime I can't figure out what to do, separate. I need to remember this. At some point I will remember this, but it is not yet. There we go. Because I feel like, you know, there's this expectation that when you're playing a game that things are constantly changing, and that isn't actually how reality works. Like when you're hiking, it is not the case that like every 5 minutes you're seeing a different area. Like you will see the same thing for hours. And that experience is, I don't know, like I would love to just build a real, you know, like a more real sized experience like that. But like I said, I'm not a 3D like modeler. I'm not like ever gonna do that. But it is something that I was thinking about recently when people were talking about walking simulators, and I'm like, all these things aren't walking simulators. Like, you know how far you have to walk before something looks different when you're hiking? Like, things are just the same for hours and hours on end. Okay, that was dumb of me. Need to separate. Alrighty. Go ahead and hop over here. Oh, look at that. Skip that. Just did a little sequence skip there over that tree branch. Yeah. I mean, sure, but like, I know that like when I look at, when I looked at like Firewatch, I just felt like there was not the sense of scale. Like, and Firewatch is one of the like the better quote unquote ones. But the sense of scale of like what being in Yellowstone Park and being in this like wide open space was definitely not obviously felt to me. And it's I don't know, just something that I noticed. All right, let's go ahead and separate. You can just stand there. Nope. Ah, I did not. I like can't jump through the ear. Okay, let's back up a little bit. But yeah, I mean, and this is one of the things that I kind of complained about a little bit when I was watching. Oh shit. Okay, so these kids clearly have like an abusive family member, dad or something, that is chasing after them and causing trouble. And every time we go through like a bad scene with dad, we get in this space where we're escaping from the shadowy past that they have had to live in. Oh god. I don't know what's going on here. Go right under that table. I don't know what that is, but... But yeah, overall, I think that most video games that have been, you know, talked about as walking simulators very rarely have the... Oh, Jesus. Oof. Okay, so these guys have a keg here and clearly got, like, crashed the place because they were upset about something. The answer is always is split. Oy! But... Oh, okay, here. Fold this up here. I might have to do it in the other direction. Because if I do this, does it actually roll up? Nope, not really. Yeah, and so, I mean... So one of the things that I've been looking for more, I mean, the reality is that, like, so I play mobile games sometimes, like when I'm going on a flight, I will oftentimes like try and find mobile games to play. And some of the games that are there are described as just like a Zen experience. And so if you look at something like Prune or Lunar Flowers, like there's a little bit of gameplay elements, but a lot more of it is just atmosphere. And I think that that's something that, you know, to me, hiking is one of those things that has a lot of atmosphere. I don't know. Maybe it's just not interesting at all, but... Oh, so they're looking... The kids are hiding behind this table. What? Nope. I would guess upstairs. Thanks for the hint game. I got it. Now... I go back here, and I go up. But yeah, I want like a full-scale sim of Yellowstone. Like, just everything. And it's not like... I mean, the reality is that we have, like, pretty compelling data on some of these. And I guess you could start with something much smaller than Yellowstone, right? Like, start with Central Park. Like, I just want a full-scale sim of Central Park that I can walk around in real time. And like, walking from one end of Central Park to the other is, like, an hour-and-a-half process. And I don't want it to... I won't, like... But there's a ton of stuff there. And we have amazingly detailed, like, aerial imagery and, like, 3D, like, photogrammetry or whatever. Like, all the shit that Google Maps does and Google Earth does to build these massively, like, you know, detailed 3D models. Like, turn that into a game. Like, I just want to walk around that in like, a game engine style. Like, just do that. I want to see what that looks like. And I say start with, like, Central Park because my expectation, possibly incorrect, is that we have better imagery for, like, the ground level stuff in that than we do something like Yellowstone, where there's a lot of that which is just covered by forest that, you know, isn't as well photographed via aerial imagery or whatever. Whee! Oh, I missed. Oh, need to unmiss. Yeah, well, so that's one of the things, right? So, like, bring the Google Earth experience, which sort of has an ability to move around, but not, like, it's definitely good, and it's definitely interesting, but compared to, like, Firewatch, it's minor. Like, it's small, right? And so I want, like, Firewatch level walking around experience, but I want it with all of the detail of Central Park. And I mean all of the detail. Like, everything that you can put there, I want it. I want people walking around. I want it to have and feel like like an experience of walking around a park, like a real living park, not just around a photograph, but around like a real space. And I guess one of the things that I was thinking of with hiking is that, like, in backpacking trails and things like that, there aren't that many other people, and so you don't have to worry about that. But you could do it, like, you could trade off the, you know, people aspect of it, which at this point we're pretty good at programming people. We have, like, movies have gotten a lot of experience with this because they program, like, entire crowds of people to behave in compelling ways for, like, CGI effects. But carry that into a programmed virtual world that's real size. Make it a VR project. Make it a... I don't know if this is, like... There's no money in it, I guess, is the reality. Like, people want gameplay. They don't just want that. They're happy with Google Earth and being able to fly around like God. But it's not what I want. So, clearly, it's wrong. Oh no! But yeah, in general, I think that the Google Earth experience is a very interesting one, and it definitely tells you something interesting about what the world looks like. But I just wish there was more of an interaction that felt closer to, a reality, like a real life. I guess reality isn't the right word, but closer to an experience rather than a photograph. Yeah, I think that like the nice for handicapped people thing is like a really common thought that we have. And I'm not saying it's wrong, but I do think that like doing things to help the disabled is something that as a society we're not super good at. So it doesn't seem like it's acting as a compelling motivator for people. Oh God. Oh no, I didn't see the other one. God damn it. Hey, well, how do you have, like, the simplest things, you're, like, just go wrong for you? Alright, separate, go. Go back to your home, Shadows. Oh shit. Someone drove into your local liquor store? Man, your life is weird. Oh, come on. Come on! Oh! God damn it. Okay. I think I've got the right idea. I just need to get better execute. Execute. Oh. Whoa! Fuck, I got stuck on the tree branch. Alright. Gotta go fast, like Sonic. We don't have as many shelves. Yeah, I noticed. That is a thing. That's awesome. I don't know what I was saying. It's definitely been a week for news with Kennedy's retirement. Oh yeah, I don't know if you saw the news today, but it seems like possibly a reason that Kennedy decided to retire like now is that the New York Times was about to put out a like an investigative journalism piece that showed that Trump's banker at Deutsche Bank, the bank that has been loaning him money, you know, when no one else would, in a way that has always seemed a little bit hinky, is Anthony Kennedy's son, which is like has loaned Trump like $1 billion. You know, which is, I mean, not personally, but like Deutsche Bank has given Trump $1 billion, and the person who gave it to him is, you know, the Supreme Court justice's son. And I don't have like a direct like story there on exactly how this ends up being like a disaster. Like, I will admit that I kind of just look at it and I'm like, I don't know how this is bad, but it just feels wrong. But that's kind of weird. And then there's also like the DHS article that used like a 14-word headline and then like conspicuously used the number 88 in a fraction that was talking that would have always been like out of 100. And 1488 is like a Nazi dog whistle. So just like all kinds of shit. Just like it's been a week. Go with that. It's been a week. I tell you what. Oh, Elon decided to use some like artist's farting unicorn for art in his car or something. And then like when called on it was like, well, your dad can sue if he wants to, which is just like the wrong approach, dude. Like, learn some optics. You have to pay the extra $3,000 AWOL? I feel like I saw something about that. Oh shit. Oh, that turkey scared those kids. Oh god, the turkey's coming for me! Oh shit. There are turkeys in Cambridge, and those motherfuckers are trouble. Sorry, turkey. Can't get me now. I'm too tall. Although I expect I'm gonna run back into you right here. There you are. Hi, turkey. Fuck! Well, that did not go well. Well, I love you, gaming lawyer. I hope that you are able to find solace in your time of rest from streaming. And I hope that you can come back to it at some point, because I like your streams. The reality is that, like, it's gonna be bad, but we'll make it work. Somehow. I don't know how. But we will. Ah. Okay. Ah! Turkey got me. Google does have quality issues, though. He's right. We have a whole team dedicated to them. In fact, I used to work on the video quality issues team. So, you know. We clearly are aware that Google has quality issues. Turkey, can I distract you? No. Huh. Ah! Yeah, I mean, I know. I was being a smartass. I don't want to see hints, game. Fine, I will see hints. Yes, I know that. I mean, I'm assuming that the other place is in the tree, but I don't know how to do that. Ah! That was my fault. That was dumb. Look, I don't know what the difference between a grouse and a turkey is, but that's a turkey. Wait, why can blue go so much further? Like, what? What's this noise? Like... Alright. I don't understand why red and blue have completely different distances they can move, but okay. Fine. Goodbye, turkey. Don't need no jive-ass turkey. Jive-ass turkeys ain't got... I stopped making the bridge, though. Like, I was, and then I took it apart. And taking it apart should have freed up all of that yarn. At least that's how I thought it worked. But you're right, that is the difference between what I did. So maybe that's not red versus blue. It's making a bridge versus not making a bridge. Ah, that was dumb. Well, I don't like bourbon or whiskey, so they're both turkeys to me. Ah, what am I doing? I know what I'm doing wrong. I got it. Oh, well, you just gave it to me anyway. Awesome. Cool. I like when, despite not completing the challenge, I am given the pass. Alright, the kids are climbing over the wall because they wanted to get away from the turkey. Hey! Ah! Take that, turkey. Grouse all you want. Never catch me. Oh shit. This is trouble. He caught me. And maybe anything's are monstrosities. It's not just birds. Good job being fooled, bird. Oh, failed. Ah! Good dodging, Yarnys. Run! Ah! Turkey ran into a wall. Tree, whatever. I completed the level. Two more paintings painted. Next level, through the window, I think. Oh, no, next level is under the table. Through the window is a challenge level. Alright, cool. So that is going to be it for the night. I'm going to actually see if this elevator will let me go up. I don't think it will, but... Oh, there's a lock right there. Okay. Got it. Okay. Yeah, so that is it for me for tonight. I am going to bail on out of here because I don't want to spend another 45 minutes at this point on another level. It's been lovely to have all of you here tonight. It was nice to have some new friends and old, and all of you hanging out with me for a little bit. Sorry, my stream is a bit late. As I said, you all citywide dance party, more important than all of you. There is no more lounges. They are removed. The feature does not exist. We cannot lounge. Sorry. I will be rebuilding my external solution at some point, but at the moment it's too manual, so I'm not going to use it tonight. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. We can see what's on the speedrunner nets. Looks like Pokemon Blue/Yellow is coming up. I am definitely not going to watch that. So yeah, we are out of luck. But yeah, sorry, no more lounges. It's been lovely to have you. I hope you enjoyed the game at least a little bit. I will be around again on Monday playing I don't know what. At a time sponsored by I don't know who. So, happy Friday, happy Saturday, have a good weekend. I'll see you next week. I will be streaming on both Monday and Friday despite the holiday in the middle, so tune in for that. Other than that, have a great night. See you later. Bye.